For you guys that are just jumping on here, let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Somebody let me know that you can hear me, please. Okay, cool. If you can't hear me, you need to let me know, okay? So everybody good. You can hear me? Okay, cool. Thanks, Paul, for responding. So I'm going to give people just a couple of minutes to jump on here. We're going to go through a couple of things. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to get a pen and paper ready, pencil and paper, whatever you're going to have, because there's going to be some things that I need to walk through, and I'm going to walk through them slowly, but I want you to have something in front of you because you may understand it why I'm saying it, but as soon as we get off here, and obviously you're going to be able to go back and listen to the recording, but I want you to have it written down because it's going to help you explain it to your people moving forward. Okay, so please have a pen and paper ready as we go through this. All right. Let's give people just a couple of more minutes. We got a lot of people jumping on here. Cool. Thanks. You can hear me? All right, cool. Patrick, appreciate you being here, brother. Daryl Green, thanks for being here. Anthony, appreciate you. Is everything good? Am I coming through good for everybody? Somebody said it's frozen with no sound. Everything good? Give me some thumbs up. Okay, cool. Tanya Shelton says she has a blank screen. I don't know if that's on my end or yours. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And we'll try to make the best of it. Maybe you can pick up the recording as we move forward. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got basically 4 topics to talk about. I'm not going to go into extreme detail on each one of these topics, but I want you guys to hear the reason I'm going over these and where my mindset is right now. And the best way for you to understand it, the best way for me to explain it is just to talk to you in something that, in a language that I've been a part of for more than a decade now. And so you guys know that in my previous career, I was a strength and conditioning coach. And so I was responsible for 2 things. I was responsible for getting the athletes stronger, and I was also responsible for getting them in condition for the season. Now, here's a point you don't want to miss. We didn't start conditioning when the first game came around. We started conditioning before the first game came around. All right, so everything that I'm going to talk to you about right now on this call, let's just call this preseason conditioning. And the conditioning is not going to be as physical for you as it is going to be mental, because there's a lot of what I'm going to say that's going to challenge a lot of you mentally. And let's just go ahead and jump into it so you understand what I'm saying. But understand this is preseason conditioning. I'm wanting to get out of the gate a little bit early on some of these things so that you can go ahead and wrap your mind around it, prepare your mindset for it, because I'm telling you right now, there's another leg of work that's going to have to be done here. And so up until this point, we have all been out sharing the app, getting pre-registrations, acquiring players, and we've done a really great job. Everybody across the board has done a really great job of that. But make no mistake about it, you will have to follow up. Will United Games send an email to alert them that the app is ready? Yes. But I would not depend on that. And I'm going to explain why, and I'm going to walk through slowly why, and you're going to hear me driving this home and going over this over and over and over all the way through launch. Just like my players, a lot of my players might join in here in a minute, and they can tell you, You know, we did a whole lot of sprints at the same yardage to get them ready for the season. So you're going to hear me repeat a lot of the same things because I'm trying to get you conditioned for what's coming, okay? And so let's just come out of the gate. Let me address something real fast. Now, I got some things written down here, but let me address something real fast. So I'm going to make a suggestion. Although Nadalin said, United Games has said that when October the 10th rolls around, October 11th, we need to have all of our social media cleaned up. YouTube, Facebook, whatever you have, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever you have out there on social media, I'm going to make a suggestion that you go ahead and clean that up now. That you go ahead and take the word United Games off of it and just call it Live Sports App or something like that, right? Go ahead and start the cleanup now because she's made it very, very clear they will not release the name of the app until that is clean and that is off. And so even if it's not clean or it's not off of social media, let's just make sure that we're not the reasons for that here on Team Rhino, okay? So that's just real quick. Let's go ahead and start cleaning some of that up, changing some language on some of our social media so that we got a jump start on that. All right, so now here's the deal. 4 points, and this is where you need to start writing, okay? Number one, we talked about this. It's probably been a couple of months ago. We kind of got away from it, didn't push it as hard, but I'm going to bring this back up to you right now because I believe that this is a way that you can guarantee that you make money, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how that happens, okay? So, point number one, register every device in your home outside of the one that you already registered. Register every device in your home that has a phone number, and it's obviously going to need an email to be able to pre-register. And so think about, for example, my daughter has a tablet. We don't operate off Wi-Fi in our home, and so we had a number assigned to my daughter's tablet. So I registered my daughter, right? I am her guardian, and so I approved that that device can sign up. And so I registered her device as a free player. My wife's phone, I registered her as a free player. So if you've got a device in your home that's got a phone number, a person attached to it, and you can create an email for it, then you guys need to go ahead and register that device as a free player. Now that's old news for a lot of us who have been here for a while, but if you're new, that's probably brand new to you. Okay, and so here's the deal. Let me tell you why. I'm going to use a very simple example. So your first point on the piece of paper should be register my home devices as free players. And they need a phone number and they need an email. All right, and so you're going to have devices that can be downloaded on that doesn't have a phone number right now. And so what I'm going to tell you to do is wait until launch. Wait until launch because you can invite that device with the universal code, right? And it'll be a little bit different. And so just wait until launch to do that. But every device has got a phone number attached to it. You need to register in your home. Here's why, okay? I can guarantee you right now, if you join today, pretend like you're joining today, and here's my conversation. I would say, let's say I'm signing my buddy Darren up. So Darren joins today. I'll say, Darren, listen, we've got a two-step system here. I want to walk you through step number one right now, and we're not going to move to step number two until step number one is done. Step number one is this. We call it home run. All right. And so, guys, if you've been here, bear with me. I'm going to get to some points for the old people, for the older people that have been here with me from the beginning. But let me walk the new people through this. So step number one is home run. I'm going to guarantee you a paycheck and to make sure that you're in the black immediately. For example, most people outside of the device that they already registered with, most people have an additional 2 or 3 devices that they can download on in their home, whether it be their kids, their spouse, an extra tablet, whatever the case may be, right? And so let's just use the number 3. Let's say you've got 3 extra devices in your home that you can register as free players. Now, here's how you make money. United Games is going to allow us to stockpile tokens. Now, the most consistent number we've heard is where they're going to allow us to stockpile tokens through participating in whether watching ads, filling out a survey, but participating in the ad space. Now, here's how it works. The most consistent number that we've heard is 5, but we've heard all the way up to 7. So it doesn't really matter the number. The point is United Games is going to allow you to stockpile tokens every day by participating in some type of ad revenue. Because the ad revenue is one way that we acquire tokens, and so that's how you and I get paid. So this is money talk today. We're talking money. We are affiliates. We want to make money. So understand, everything I'm talking to you about is to get an income coming into your home, to get a check put in your pocket. I don't need your opinions on whether you think, right, what your opinions may be on what I may say. Look, if you got an issue within yourself and you feel like it's an integrity issue for you, don't do it. But I'm going to tell you what I'm doing because I feel good about this, okay? So here's what I'm doing. All right, so let's get back to it. If I looked at Darren today, I said, Darren, how many devices do you have with a phone number? He would say, I've got 3. The average person is going to say 3. I'm going to say, all right, great. I'm going to show you how to leverage those. Now, Darren, we're going to sign those 3 devices up as free players. We're not going to sign them up as affiliates. We're going to sign them up as free players. I would walk them through the process on how to do that. So when they sign up as free players, here's how you get paid. All right, Darren, all those free players are going on what we call your Tier 1. Tier 1 pays you 10% of tokens acquired, of all tokens acquired. United Games is going to allow us to watch what we've heard the most consistent number, and I'm going to use it because it's easy, but if it changes, then change your math. We've heard 5. So if I've got 3 devices outside of the one that I have joined with myself, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get on those 3 devices every single day, and I'm going to watch, participate in, fill out a survey, whatever the ad space is available to me for that day. I'm going to participate in 5 because I want to acquire, let's just say an ad equals a token. And now look, it's up for debate on what the value of a token is going to be. It could be $1, it could be 50 cents, it could be $1.50. I don't know, and that's not the point. The point is an ad equals a token equals money. So let's just say that the token equals $1. If it changes, change the math. Let's just say the token equals $1. You have 3 devices. You get to participate in the 5 ads per day per device. That is 15 tokens per day that you get to acquire simply by stockpiling tokens. 15 times 30 days is 450 tokens. Now I'm talking to Darren. Darren, here's the deal. I told you you're going to make 10% on all tokens acquired, right? So what is 10% of 450? He's going to say 45. I'm going to say, great, I just paid you $45. How much did it cost you to join? For most people, they're going to say, well, it cost me a total of 40, right? Anybody that joins after September 22nd, it's going to cost them 50, right? And so you're looking at $39.99 one time, $9.99 a month. Now, here's the deal. I just showed him how to guarantee an income every single month and put himself and his people in the black. If you want, now this is money talk. If you want to make a crap ton of money, you will do this. You will participate on the device that you signed up with and the devices that you register within your home as free players. You will watch, participate in whatever they allow every single day to guarantee yourself money, right? Why am I telling you this? Let me get the pink elephant out of the room. I want to make a lot of money. Why am I telling you this? I want you to make a lot of money, all right? So I hope I'm driving my point home, and I hope I didn't talk too fast for you guys that are taking notes, all right? So easy enough. Please, if you guys, give me a thumbs up if everything is good with what I just said. Do you understand it? Does it make sense? Give me a bunch of thumbs up, crazy signs, whatever. All right? Whatever you need to do. And then I'll move on. Perfect. Thank you. I kind of wanted y'all to do that because it's just cool to look at. So anyway. All right. So point number 2. Point number 2. Write this down. Prepare your mind now to follow up with every single person that you signed personally. Everyone. Prepare your mind. Condition. We talked about conditioning. Condition your mind now that you're going to follow up. There's a phrase in this industry, and here's the phrase: the money is in the follow up. Let me show you how this is going to work. So, let's say that I registered 100 players myself. I'm personally going to call all 100 players back players. These are players, right? I'm going to personally call all 100 players back and say, hey man, do you remember that app that I talked to you about? Yes. Well, here's the deal. It's ready for download. Can you do me a real big favor? Can you go ahead and download it so that I make sure everything is working right? I'll wait on you to do that. Go ahead and download it for me. They're going to download it. So number one, I've guaranteed a download. The second thing, this is how you get paid. You know that they can acquire tokens through the ad space. We just went over that. Now here's what you do. You say, look, you've downloaded it, right? How does it look? Pretty cool deal, right? Okay, now here's what I want you to do. You see that little space? I don't know how it's going to be set up, but it's got to be seamless, right? You see that little space right there that says something about ads? Well, they're going to allow you to, how you play this for free is by simply participating in those ads. They're going to allow up to 5 per day, but here's what I want to do. I want to make sure this is working right. Could you please do me an extra favor? This is the last thing I'm going to ask you to do. Could you please do me an extra favor? Go ahead, click on one of those ads, watch it, fill out the survey. When they're done, take them to their tokens acquired portion and say this: is it showing that you have acquired a token? Yes, it is, Chevis. Great. They're going to allow up to 5 per day. Here's the last point, man. I want you to be looking out for an invite from me because I'm going to ask you to play in one of our leagues. Now, here's what I've done. I've guaranteed a download. I've made them go watch an ad. So I've gotten myself paid on that phone call. I've told them that they could do 5 a day. I've told them to stockpile because I'm going to invite them to a league that I create. So not only do we get paid on tokens acquired, we get paid on tokens played. And so I invited them into my league, and so I just got paid again. The money is in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Please give me some thumbs up if you're following what I'm saying on why the follow-up is so important, on why you want to take initiative to follow up, to guarantee the download, to guarantee the ad space, and to guarantee that they're going to play in your league. Are we good on that? All right, perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. So that's step number 2. Now, when you go talk to people about this, when you go talk to people who are on your team about this, here's what they're going to do. Some of them's going to push back a little bit, and I'm going to tell you why they're going to push back. Because they want to pre-register people. It's been a whole lot of work. A whole lot of work. I get it. Some of you are tired. Heck, I get tired at times. I'm not even going to try to act cool. I get tired at times. But there's one more leg of work. When they push back, I want you to respectfully say, listen, do you want to get paid or not? They're going to say, I want to get paid. I'm going to say, okay, I want you to switch your mindset for me. Do me a big favor. Switch your mindset, and let's make sure we get this follow-up so that we can get you paid. Do it respectfully, but just explain why we're doing it. Take some time to explain why we're doing it. People will understand if you explain it, okay? Cool. Now, point number 3. This is going to be our system moving forward. It's a 6-step. I'm going to call it the 6 steps to success. This is the Team Rhino 6 steps to success. You should be writing this down, and I'm going to give you each step. Step number 1, share the app. Step number 1 is share the app. That's what we've been doing. Easy enough, all right? So this means you also want to teach your affiliates how to share the app. You also want to teach your players, right? When you call them back, teach them how to share the app, because player-to-player share is huge, all right? And then you want to teach your nonprofits, your sports bars, whatever, how to share the app. Step number one to getting paid, I'm calling this the money-making system, is to share the app. Step number two, participate in the daily allowable amount of ad revenue per day. Participate in the daily allowable amount of ad revenue per day. We just talked about that. Step number three, I may need to slow down and let you guys finish writing that. So step number two, participate in the daily allowable amount of ad revenue per day. Before I go to step number three, let me explain why. When you look at our compensation plan, the highest percentage of you guaranteeing yourself a residual income that comes in month after month after month is by doing that step right there. That's how you guarantee yourself a residual income. A residual income means you can walk away and be done. Residual income means that when you're sitting on the beach like Chris and Tracy Sizemore are doing right now, you get paid. Residual income means that you wake up when you want to, you go to work when you want to, you roll over instead of rolling out. That's residual income. It sets you free. That's how you do it. So here's step number three. Teach your team to do the exact same thing. Teach your team to do the exact same thing. Everybody should be participating in this ad revenue every single day on every device in their home. All right? Step number four, create a league. You can have as many leagues as you want to, but you want to create a league. I'm going to make a suggestion on how you need to do that right now. I'm going to identify 10 to 15 leaders that I work with every single day, and we are going to play in a league together. We're going to call it the Leaders League. That's pretty fancy, right? We're going to call it the Leaders League. So there's 10 to 15 people. We're going to play together, and I'm not going to be the only one hosting every single week. We're going to put it on a, let's call it a round robin system. So Chris Sizemore will be in my league, I hope. Right, Chris? So I'm going to ask Chris Sizemore to be in my league. This week, I may host it. Next week, Chris gets to host it. Next week, Tara gets to host it. Next week, Nicole gets to host it. And so we are in a leaders league. We are identifying 10 to 15 people that we have worked with, and we want to play in each other's league. Now, follow me on this. I'm going to slow down. Do you remember signing your home devices? Guess what happens? You can bring every one of those into that league. And what I'm going to tell you right here, play it on every one of the home devices. Play it for real on one of the home devices and just pick answers on the other home device. Because now look, some people say, well, that's not really playing it. You're playing it on one, you're making money on the other. This is the money making system. That's why I am here, to make money. Okay? Bring your devices into your league. If I host the league this week, I don't get to host it the next week in my leaders league. So that's the first step. Identify 10 to 15 leaders, or identify, if you got smaller teams, 5 to 10 leaders, 5 to 8, whatever. Leaders league, start there. So that's step number 4. Create a league. Start with the leaders league. All right. Step number 5, join a league. Okay. So you're joining your leaders league, but go and help somebody in your team by joining their league every once in a while. I'm not saying do this every time a game's on, right? I'm just saying make sure you have some consistency to what you're doing. All right. Step number 6, repeat. Do it all over again, week in, week out, and you will be bringing a check in, a massive check, a big check, week in and week out. Why are we here? These are affiliates to make money, right? And the reason I'm saying it like that is some people push back on me at times because they say, well, I don't want to go, somebody said, I don't want to go sign all my home devices because advertisers deserve real viewers. I'm a viewer. I'm just viewing in 3 different ways. Filling out the survey helps them. That's what they asked me to do. But again, go with your own convictions. I'm telling you what I'm doing because I'm here to make money. And I'm here to make lots of it. And I want you to make lots of it. Okay? I want everybody to win. I'm showing you how to win. I didn't set the system up. They did. And so we're going to capitalize on what they gave us. All right? So that is, let me walk back through those 6 steps just in case you didn't get it. Number 1, share the app. Number 2, participate in the daily allowable amount of ads every day. Number 3, teach your team to do the same. Number 4, create a leaders league. Create a league, start with a leaders league. Step number 5, join a league with somebody in your team. Not another leader, but somebody in your team to help them out. Step number 6, repeat, or we could say duplicate, right? Duplicate. The most important word that you'll have in this industry is duplicate. All right, here's the deal. Point number 4, and after I give you this point, this is going to be very short. After I give you this point, I'm going to open this up for questions if you have them. I'm not going to sit here and beg for your questions to come in. So this call is recorded. It will be posted. You can listen to it again. All right, here's the show me the money. That's funny. All right, here's the deal. Number 4, I just put on the team page today the Team Rhino playbook. Understand that that playbook is made for where we're at currently. There will be additions and maybe some changes to it along the way, such as when we roll out and we're creating these leagues, we're going to know what works, what doesn't work, just like we have in the pre-registration process. And so I'll be adding to, taking away. And so everyone understand, please, that that playbook is not to be shared on public pages. That playbook is not to be shared. I'm going to tell you to leave it in Team Rhino. If you want people to have it, copy and paste it. Go type it out yourself, whatever you need to do. Put them in Team Rhino. I don't know what you need to do, but leave it in Team Rhino just so I know that that thing is not getting out all over the place, okay? Playbook. Tara said Playboy. That's crazy, Tara. Playbook. All right. So, do not share outside of our group. All right? So, I'm going to go back through the 4 points, not in detail, real fast. Point number 1, register your home devices. Do it today. If you haven't already done it, go to your leaders and get them to teach you how. Number 2, prepare your mind now for the follow-up, that you are going to participate in the follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Number 3, there are 6 steps to interaction that we all need to get on the same. We need to have this language. We need to get it down in our head. We need to be able to roll it off of our head. We need to say, look, we got to share the app, participate in the ads, teach our team to do the same. We got to create a league, starting with the Leaders League. We've got to join a league, and we've got to duplicate. Those are the 6 steps. And the last part, Team Rhino playbook, don't share outside of our group. That's for you. That's for us. And I appreciate all you guys are doing. So if you guys have any questions, please go ahead and shoot those questions. I see you guys like the Tara's Tara's post. All right, so if you guys got any questions, go ahead and roll those questions in here. If not, I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. This will be posted. Joining your affiliates league, you still make money off of tokens played, right? Yeah, you can if you invite your people into that league. And so here's how the tokens played sets up, right? Rico's got it. Join my league. So here's how the tokens played sets up. So if I go play in Evander Holyfield's league, I can come and invite you to play in that league, and I get paid. That's a 4-tier structure. Evander Holyfield's going to get paid on me as his tier 1, but he would get paid on you as his tier 2, but I get paid on you as tier 1. So leverage those celebrities. These are some things I'm letting you in on, some inside things that the leaders are thinking about behind the scenes to put you in position to win, to make sure we're leveraging everything that we can to make sure that we get paid. All right, any more questions? How do we register a device in home without a phone number assigned to them? Here's probably what you're going to have to do so that we can maintain integrity. There's a way that we released early on that you could assign a number to that device just to get them in the system. I don't know if I feel so good about that, just to be honest with you. So what I want you to do is just wait until launch, and here's why. The code will be universal, and so you can just invite that device at that point. Um, you'll be able to download on that device, and you can invite that device at that point with your code. Okay, so if it doesn't have a number right now, I'll tell you not to register it. Um, but if you got a tablet or something like that that's through your phone company, like my wife and I have, then what you need to do is just call them and get them, say, hey, can we get a phone number for my device? That's what I did with my daughter's device, and so they gave her one. All right, let me see. Do we commit to buying tokens monthly? Oh man, listen, that's a great question. So I'm going to let you guys in on some insider information. What I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do with buying tokens. I am going to capitalize on watching the ads every single day. All right. But I am also going to commit to buying tokens every single month. It is for me, and so it gets my upline paid. But let's just say I'm going to dedicate 10% of my income every single month to buying tokens. Why? Number one, I want my upline to get paid. I want to see him do well. I want to see his family set free. I know I can help with that. So it's like me, let's just say I'm sowing into his family, sowing into his life. If you're in church people, he's sowing into his family ministry. So here's the deal. The other reason I'm going to buy tokens is because I can get myself paid. You say, well, how do you do that? I'm going to buy tokens, and I'm going to reach down into somebody in my organization that may have just gotten started, and I'm going to give them those tokens on some type of gift card or something like that. So I'm going to commit to buying tokens every single month and giving them away, right? There has been mention. Now, you guys have to understand that comes with some fine print, that it's that easy. There has been mention that it's going to be that easy, that we can't put it on gift cards or whatnot. But I am going to commit to buying tokens for that reason. I'm going to give them away, or I'm going to host a party at my house. Let's say for the Super Bowl, people are going to come over who have not joined this. I'm going to say, download this app, play with these tokens. And now I've got a new player and a new downloader. So I hope that makes sense. And so listen, if you're not going to be making, I don't know how much anybody's going to be making right now, but I want to dedicate 10%. But if you're not in the income bracket that you feel like you can do that, you need to pay off debt. Listen, take care of you first, right? Do what you got to. If you need to pay off debt to set your family free, then do that. All right. If you need to do some other things with that money to get yourself out of situations, do that. But at some point, dedicate a certain percentage of your income, 1%, 5%, 10%, whatever the case may be, to pouring back into your team and into pouring into your upline. Because if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for Darren Moyer, I wouldn't be here. So I don't mind paying him a little bit. All right, I'm looking back through the questions. Sorry. And Darren said, don't tell all the secrets. You better hush, man. I'm trying to get you paid. Okay. What does it take to win a car? Play a lot. Buy a lot. Participate a lot. All right, cool. Okay. So I hope this is helping you guys. So when I feel the need, I'll be doing these live videos, interactions. I appreciate you guys being here. I know I do it at very weird, odd times, but this is the time that I have. I'm going to try to do one in the evening, maybe when people are settling down a little more, or at night. But I know that Darren Moyer, my upline, will be doing this as well. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do something. He's got a pretty good team page going, but you guys know how we operate in our page, right? You guys are very good at interaction, brilliant at interaction, and so he's got some interaction on his page. He's got things going good. But if you could go to Team No Limits is Darren Moyer's page, and go ahead and request that you go in there, and or I can put you in there or whatnot. Just let me know you want to be in there. Team No Limits. Go ahead and put yourself into that page. That is my upline, Darren Moyer. That is the #1 affiliate in the world. That's probably got, I don't know. Every time I talk to him, he's got 100,000 more people or something on his team, and I don't know. He sounded like 100,000 a day. That's a joke. Anyway, so go ahead and put yourself in that team page. Let's bring some activity to it and help a brother out. So I appreciate you guys and all that you're doing. If you guys don't have any more questions, we'll go ahead and shut it down. And until next time, I will talk to you guys later. If you feel free to share this video in your pages if you can get it in there. Okay. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks so much.